So I'm equally surprised and thrilled to tell you guys that this is day 30 of the challenge. I didn't even realize until a few minutes ago and thought I should probably record a video. But it's May 25th, and I started now a perfect month ago on April 25th, which means that we are 30% of the way through the challenge. And I've learned some good lessons already as it is. I've got a little bit of bad news for today. It's nothing crazy. And I've got some great news to report, which is a great time right now, being 30% of the way through. For some good news, since the last time I talked to you, which I believe was May 19th, on the 20th, I actually closed another person. Didn't make a video about it or anything because I got so slammed with client work and just people harassing me about one thing or another, systems breaking and stuff like that, that I didn't think to make any videos of it. But it was pretty big. So last time we had talked, we had closed Ben, Kenneth, Ed, and most recently Dominic. And now I'm happy to report that we've also closed Jonathan, which, if you watch back in my other videos, I felt like all those guys were going to close, and there you go, they did. The sales cycle has been pretty long, like around 2 weeks, because you can see Jonathan came in on May 4th, and he didn't close till May 20th. So that's like 16 days. But that's huge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clients I've gotten from these ads. So we've spent something like $3,200 ish and have made back $7,500 in monthly recurring revenue just this month alone. So in terms of like raw just metrics, our projections were that my customer acquisition cost would be around $700 and that I'd be closing a client per week. Well, we're starting the 5th week. We've just wrapped up the 4th week and I have 5 clients closed. So it's looking pretty good there. I was pretty spot on with my projections. Now, for some of the bad news, I'm not going to be able to keep this performance up unless I change something that I'm doing. With this new like Andromeda update, if you guys have run ads before, you'll know this. It's much easier now than it has been ever before to get ads up and running and profitable quickly. But if you're not putting out really good creative, which really I'm not, then the ads are going to fatigue pretty quickly, which I was definitely seeing signs of. So we can see that I had been getting about a lead or two per day, and then it really slows down around May 18th. After that, it just got so slow, and you can see I have a ton of no-shows here, whereas previously my show rate had been amazing. All these people are no-showing, and I also have a bunch of people in the showed needs follow-up column, which I've not really been following up super well with. So looking at my ads, we can see that I shut off this one, the Annuity Advisor client campaign, the other day. This was the one that had stopped producing, and I started a new campaign with some new creative and spent $400 on that. That just wasn't producing very well. That gave me 2 leads. One was a no-show, one was decent. It might have been too early to turn it off, to be honest, but I just didn't have a good feeling about it. So I shut that off. I restarted this initial one and I pumped it full of new creative. I left the initial winners and then added a bunch more new ones. Still, the winners are the only ones that have pulled in some leads today and yesterday. If we look, yeah, we've only pulled in 1 lead and we spent $200. So I have to change my advertising because it's not working anymore. It's not getting me the same quality conversations, but also I still, since I've started this, I have a sales issue and I've not really fixed that either. So, but something we can draw from this is that even though I don't have all my perfect processes, just from doing the work, I've still been able to pull in $7,500 of revenue, kind of half-assing the ads and the sales. I'm not like the most motivated, hardworking person by any means. I try to do a good job for everybody that I work with, but I wouldn't say that work is like my life. And so if you're seeing this and you are a more motivated, work-oriented person than me, I'm sure you could get much better results than even what I'm getting. So I'm gonna have to fix this, which I've tried the new creative now. I'm gonna let these run for a little bit, see what kind of people it pulls in. But the main reason I changed this was because our frequency was coming way up. So if we look at the last 2 weeks, you can see our cost per lead had spiked all the way to $140 a lead because our CPMs were at 2.67, which, if you're an advertiser, tell me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of high. Like, I've never seen ads continuously work like that. I mean, at a frequency that high, unless they're like retargeting ads or something. So yeah, something definitely had to change. I only had these 2 creatives running, and basically everybody had already seen it twice. And just to show you guys some proof in Stripe too, in the last 30 days since April 25th, we brought in almost $14,000 of revenue, which $7,500 plus of that was from this campaign. If you go back and look at my previous video, you'll see what I was doing when we first started. I can't even remember It's probably around like 5 grand a month or something like that. So huge influx of cash, which has been super nice. So yeah, overall, we've done pretty good this first month. This second month, I'm having issues with the advertising and I got to figure that out, work the bugs out and get it working like it was before, because I've not been having very many quality conversations. And like I showed you guys earlier, a lot of no-shows. So I got to get that figured out. Once that is, I think I can keep this performance going. And I just want to say one big thing that this like challenge thing has taught me is, if you're looking to do something and you've been like putting it off or whatever, try doing something like this. Like try recording a video and telling everybody that you're going to do something. I mean, telling everybody, nobody's watching these videos, obviously. I think I have like 13 subscribers. But that's not the point. The point is that you're committing to doing something, and the fact that you're putting it online feels like you have to keep, or at least it has for me, you have to keep posting for the people, for the few people that watch every so often. And honestly, if it wasn't for you watching right now, one of my 13 subscribers, I would have quit this challenge probably on like week 2 after I closed 2 people, because I get overwhelmed with the work that I've got. And I'm like, oh no, I need to turn the ads off so I can catch up with work and make sure that I fulfill on these clients. But this has been so good for me because it has kept me consistent for 30 days in a row. I have never run ads that long. I would always turn an ad on, let it run for 5 days to a week. I'd get a client and then I'd turn it back off. And honestly, this is just part of being a business owner. Like, this is probably the least amount that I will ever spend on ads ever again moving forward. And I made a challenge out of something that I kind of should have already been doing anyways. But so few people do this because it feels scary to spend $100 a day on ads, especially when you don't have the money like I did. But it's worth it to take a bet on yourself. And if you have trouble with consistency, or you've been putting something off and want to get started, I would really highly recommend, posting about it. Nobody's going to see anyways. It doesn't really matter. But at least it's a way that you can hold yourself accountable. And this has been very big for me in that way. So yeah, I'm going to keep trucking along, doing my thing here, fix problems that I have with the ads, try to get some more good quality conversations in, and keep surpassing my metrics. If I can do what I did this last 30 days again in this next 30 days, then within 2 months, I'll have added $15,000 a month of recurring revenue to my business, which is life-changing. And even this small amount that I've added, this $7,500, has been such a huge unlock in terms of my mindset. I know now that I can take a bet on myself and it can work out. And quite frankly, there was a point when I had closed those first 4 people and I was kind of on a roll. I was like, dude, I kind of want to up the ad spend to 200. Like, I can just double my results if I double the ad spend, because my customer acquisition cost right now is $640. And there's no other place on the planet, no investment that exists where you can put $640 into something and get back $1,500 per month. That beats out literally everything. Real estate, stocks, crypto, those are just ridiculous returns. And the huge part is you actually get to influence the outcome. So yeah, this has just been incredible for me. And I know now that even if I lost it all, I'm pretty confident that I could get it back, just because I've got the skill of being able to take on some risk, take a bet on myself. And obviously I know how to do advertising on the tech side of it. But yeah, if you've got a credit card, a laptop, and a Wi-Fi connection, you could do absolutely the same thing. So for the 13 subscribers I have that watch this stuff, thanks so much for following along and being an extra source of motivation for me. It's been great. And I just really look forward to updating you guys over these remaining 9 weeks or so of this challenge. And I hope I can give you guys a really big result at the end and hopefully motivate you to take some action in your business as well, or whatever thing you're doing. Thanks so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time.